This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I'm here with Diamond Realty Alliance. Since 2004, they have been connecting the right people with the right properties all across the Front Range. I am here with Connie, who is a broker, owner, founder. Let me ask you this, Connie. You yourself, you're a Denver native. Not only do you know Denver extensively, but you love Denver. Yes. I mean, I would have to say your passion is lined up rather well with your profession. Share with me a little bit how it is you got involved in this industry.
Well, I grew up here. My mom's been doing real estate since I was in middle school, maybe. So I grew up around real estate for a very long time, and kind of learned the business from her. Just so happens that I have a passion for it just as much as she did, and was lucky enough to get involved a long time ago. It's been a great ride.
That is excellent. I mean, quite honestly, the American dream always has been and probably always will be home ownership. Right now in Denver, this market, that's probably a pretty exciting time. Why do you think that is? Why do you think we're seeing the energy out there that we are?
Well, I'm sure you know this. Denver is an amazing place to live. It's an amazing place to work. It's an amazing place to play. People that live here love it, and people that don't live here want to. So we're just seeing a lot of influx of people wanting to come own homes here. We've been very, very, very busy in real estate, which is great for the people moving here and great for the people that already live here.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an exciting time when somebody's looking for that first home. It's exciting if you're looking for your first or your fifth. Although it can also be overwhelming. I mean, why is this a time when you're out searching for a home that you really don't want to go it alone? You really want somebody in your corner, a professional who can help you through those steps. Why is that?
Well, because, as you may know, you're not the only one looking for a house. There's quite a few people out looking for properties right now, which creates a bit of competition in the market. If you're not working with somebody that knows what they're doing, you'll find yourself probably being overwhelmed and stressed out, competing with multiple buyers on one property, and which is why it's good to use a professional that knows what they're doing, somebody that can help navigate very complicated negotiation process, very complicated escrow processes, and get you actually to a closing table rather than, running in circles.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, this is much more than just going out and making a purchase, let's say, for an outfit, for a wardrobe. We're talking about real estate. It's quite a process. It's not just a one-day event. How important is it for you to educate and inform your clients every step of the way?
Well, I'm fully aware that when somebody buys a house, it's probably the biggest investment that they'll make in their entire life. And it's important to realize that these people are placing a lot of money and a lot of trust in your hands. And knowing the market, knowing what you're doing, knowing your clients and what they're looking for is the most important part to ease them into, making some very serious life decisions.
Very serious decisions. I mean, obviously, it's an emotional time for them. They're looking at school districts. They're looking at parks. They're looking at paint, color, where they're going to put the furniture. Yet, the art of negotiation asks you kind of to put those emotions to the side, making sure you're not overpaying, or even worse, underbidding and missing the house of your dreams. How does a professional like yourself help out in that arena?
Well, again, knowing the market, knowing what a property is worth from the get-go, knowing what my clients are comfortable with paying, what they're not comfortable with paying, and make sure I stick to those kind of guidelines. It's very important to make sure your client is always comfortable in their purchase.
Denver is a hot market right now. How important is it for people to align themselves with professionals that have access to instant market changing all the time? And what is some of the technology you're able to do that with?
Well, instant access to data is probably the most important thing. Things are not coming in a week later. I mean, it has to be pretty much instant. So my company, my website, we provide instant access to the MLS, so buyers are able to completely search for their own properties at any time on the internet. They're constantly updated as they come up and go off of the MLS system. That's probably about the most important piece of technology you can offer. 90% of people will search for their homes on the internet first. Other than that, we can provide other services for searching for homes as well.
Excellent. I mean, obviously, you have closed many, many homes over a decade here. It seems to me the fact that you've done everything from conventional financing, conventional homes purchases, but you also specialize in HUD homes, foreclosures. Tell me a little bit about that.
I do. I've been fortunate enough to have a big chunk of my career be in the foreclosure industry. it was a time that's probably gone down a little bit now, which is actually very, very good. But yeah, my background has been in foreclosures for the last 10 or 11 years. Yeah.
Excellent. That also works great with folks that are not just buying homes to go in themselves, but we're talking about investors, land developers. Those are all people that you work with closely as well.
Yes, sir. I work a lot with investors, a lot of fix and flippers, a lot of people looking for rental properties. I do have a lot of clients. I also work with clients that do land development and brand new builds as well.
Obviously, we've talked a lot about buying out there. Folks out there, maybe even viewers who are thinking about selling, is this a great time to be out there? We're talking about, Denver is in demand right now.
I thought you'd never ask. Actually, yes, it's a wonderful time to sell right now. The market is prime for selling a home. The interest rates are still very low, which brings a lot of buyers to the table that are able to very much negotiate and bid on your property. It's an excellent time for that. Not a lot of remodeling and upgrades are even required at this point because properties are selling very, very quickly. So I would tell sellers not to be intimidated if their home is not completely up to date. It's a good time still to sell, even if you've got an out-of-date home. Yeah.
Excellent. How important is it from the get-go to set the appropriate price so this house moves quick enough, yet at the same time gives you a great return back? Is that something you can help with as far as comparative market analysis?
Yes, sir. I can do free comparative market analysis for anybody that's interested. Let them know what I think that their home is worth in fair market value today. It is probably about the most important thing you can do when listing your home is to get an appropriate price from the get-go. Underpricing is not good in this market. It does create some problems, and overpricing creates even more of a problem. So getting the right price from the beginning is the most important thing.
So once we got the price set, you've gone in, helped them do some staging, make sure it's ready to go. Now it's time to market. Really, quite honestly, to me, gone are the days of putting a for sale by owner on your front lawn when you've got technology. Yes. One of the things I think realtors do great is get it out there. The MLS is a living document anymore. Yes. How are you able to use some of the tools and get it out there to all of Denver?
I'm definitely a member of the MLS system. In fact, I'm a member of 2 MLS systems, so the property is exposed to the entire state of Colorado. My website also offers great exposure. Properties are always listed on my website. They're listed through Realtor.com and dozens of other sites that are actually connected for that purpose through my site.
Excellent. So we're talking, this is a turnkey operation from setting the price to negotiating to basically staging and all the way to the closing table. Do you pride yourself on the fact that you're there for every step of the process?
Yes, sir, I do. I've always been very proud of my business. It's something I've built myself, and I do involve myself in every single aspect of a transaction from the beginning to the end. Not a lot of shopping out any work. It pretty much all goes through me.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen. What you're going to see is her website. First of all, on the website, you'll learn a little bit more about the services she's able to provide, be it buying or selling. She is there for you, but you're also going to see some great tools on there. We're talking about tools that will help you find out how much your home is worth. You can also find out there market value out there. Also a calculator to find out what your mortgage is going to be, how much is going to be. Some great testimonials on the site as well. She's got a blog where kind of get in the mind of the realtor, if you will. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Be it a first-time home buyer all the way to a seasoned investor, is this still an exciting industry for you? Is it something, you grew up when you were young watching it happen. Is this still something you wake up every day and say, I want to connect the right person to the right property and I'm going to enjoy it?
Yes, sir, it is. It's definitely, I don't think of my job as a job. I think of it as something I've been very blessed to be a part of for this long and still have a passion for it and still very, very much love it every single day. So, yeah.
Excellent. And you mentioned earlier that you understand how much trust people put in you. Do you kind of feel it's almost an honor to be with them during that great time in their life? Yes,
I do. Like you said, whether it's first-time home buyers, which is such an exciting thing to go to the closing table with a first-time home buyer and hand them their keys, to an investor that I know is going to keep coming back because they have such a successful track record. So they're all fun and they're all great. Yeah.
Wonderful. Last time viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see her contact information. Like we said, the website itself is a tool within itself. We're talking about MLS. You can check out there. She's got links to get yourself pre-approved. You can also even take a look at some of the foreclosures if they've got them out there. And remember, this is someone who has been in the industry way before she took it professionally. And it's basically in her blood, you can say. That is Diamond Realty Alliance, located right here in Denver, Colorado. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.